And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I am Callum. That is Kyle. Kyle, how the fuck we doing?
A very, very...
Mate, will you be fucking
Yes.
present instead of looking down at your phone? You piece of shit. Get engaged, otherwise I'm going to come down to yours and I'm going to engage your arsehole at fucking high speeds. There we go. So, how's your day been, Kyle?
Yeah. Fine.
Good. See any pigeons?
No.
No. We saw a race pigeon at work.
Ah.
And then one of the lads picked it up. And we're chasing around other people with it. And then someone came in and was stealing. And then they left. And then they came back to steal some more. And then they got caught.
Yes.
Yeah. So pigeons and theft, a great day.
Yeah, great way to start going back to work.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, just gone back to work as well, first day back.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kyle, it seems like Game of Thrones, at least the Game of Thrones universe, is turning into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We have got more spin-offs on the way. Now, we've had our first look at A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That was in like the HBO What's Coming Next Year thing, but I don't really want to speak about that because it's like 10 seconds of footage from each thing. So we've got that on the way next year.
I had no idea though that they've actually shot it and everything. It looks like it's pretty much done.
Yeah. And George R. Martin's come out and said there's at least 7 more spin-offs in development. 7, Kyle. 7. And we are gonna.
Yeah. Someone needs to get a PR guy.
Yeah, we are
George
gonna.
R. Martin.
Well, he needs to finish them fucking books. Because you know what, you're gonna laugh at me, Kyle. I know you are. I want to read them, but I don't.
You can't read.
I can't read. I don't want to brag, but I can't read. But it's I want to read them, but I don't want to start reading them and then not know what his ending is. So I want to wait until he's done the last 2 books and then read them. But
I'd just get the audiobook.
well, no, that's what I'm gonna do when he's finished them.
Oh,
Like I say, I can't read. But look, 7 more spin-offs. Now, what could these possibly be? We already know that Kit Harington has said the Jon Snow spin-off isn't in the works anymore. It maybe could be now. But I don't think Jon Snow's on the table. So, here's a couple of ideas. I know there was on about doing a animated one, 10,000 Ships, about Nymeria. That'd be pretty cool. I definitely want to see Aegon's Conquest. A lot of people don't want to see that. But I want to see it.
I'm surprised a lot of people don't want to see it.
I think it takes away from the mystery of it all, I suppose, which it kind of does.
Yeah, not really, because there's not really a mystery. It's like
No.
it's such a well-known
Documented
history,
Game of Thrones history, yeah. It's like we just want to see it.
I think the mystery lies in with obviously
How exactly it unfolded.
Yeah.
Now,
the whole sort of doom of Valyria.
Valeria.
Yeah.
But yeah, my top 2 that I want to see is Robert's Rebellion and Aegon's Conquest. I doubt we're going to get Robert's Rebellion, but that would make such a fun 1-season miniseries. Aegon's Conquest, you could probably do it the same. Are we going to get a
I'd say Aegon would easily get a season or 2.
Well, you never know, do you? Are we going to get a Blackfire Rebellion? Or is House of the Dragon going to continue and just go on to that? We just don't know. But yeah, 7 spin-offs a bit too much, I still think.
I don't think it's going to be 7 spin-offs. I think it's just George R. R.
Well,
Martin kind of like...
look, back before we got House of the Dragon, we know that they got a writer's room and they had 5 shows in development for a Game of Thrones spin-off, and they picked one. And the first one they picked was the Naomi Watts one, I believe, that's set 10,000 years before, or 2,000 years before Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
They shot a pilot for it, and then they canned it, and then they went to House of the Dragon. So we know they do this sort of thing. They source it out and they go, right, here's all these projects in development. Now, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I think we can say that's one of the ones that's in development, because they are still shooting.
Well, they've just shown a little bit, haven't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, so that's definitely one of them. But yeah, is there anything that you think we might see? You know, maybe
Definitely not the Jon Snow show.
Jon Snow show.
I think it's like, you know, if there's 7, then, you know, there's a possibility of them
One for each
doing
kingdom.
something potentially. But you know, one thing that me and you both agreed on, it's like we didn't want the Jon Snow show when they sort of like kind of announced it.
Yeah.
We wanted a show about Arya Stark.
Well, yeah, I think we both agreed
Just
that
going, west of Westeros.
Jon's our favourite character in Game of Thrones. Well, and he is mine. Basic white boy answer, but Jon is my favourite character in Game of Thrones. But who got left off at the most interesting point is Arya. I'd love to see what happens to her. Now, you know, us round earthers believe that she'll probably just get to the other side of Essos.
I mean, we don't really fully know the world of Thrones. No. You know, the map isn't
complete.
Yeah.
We've got like the tip of Suvaros, Essos. You know, what is it? The Shadowlands of Ashai, I believe. But yeah, another one that they're talking about though is a sea snake spin-off about his voyages before. You know, all the stuff from House of the Dragon. So maybe I can see that being interesting.
I feel like we've had if they're going to do something, it needs to have an integral role to the story of Game of Thrones. That's where I see them leading. What's the point in doing a spin-off when it has nothing to do with the main thing? Yeah. I mean, it's still cool to see certain things like Arya's story, like the Sea Snake stuff, but if it doesn't ultimately add on to the plot of the whole thing of Thrones,
yeah,
you know, there's that question of, does it matter then?
Well, that's it. So I'm kind of hoping we do see Aegon's conquest in that regard. Yeah. But I think, look, they've said House of the Dragon's going to be 4 seasons. They've already, in House of the Dragon, went through a major cast change halfway through season 1. I don't see why they couldn't do it again. Like, maybe it's like, boom, we get 4 seasons of the Dance of the Dragons, and then season 5 is a prequel season. And it goes back to the start, you get the conquest, and then maybe you jump back from that and you go to like a Blackfire Rebellion, and then you could even take House of the Dragon all the way to Robert's Rebellion, so you see the fall of the Targaryens. That's a way you could work it in and do it.
Yeah, you could. It's just a case of that's breaking the mold of the TV show format.
I'll break your mold.
So... Will they be ballsy enough to do something new here? We don't know.
Probably not.
Would we like them to do it? Absolutely, because then we get to see Robert's Rebellion and all the rest of the goodness. But again, it's just the thing of, then you're excluding the possibility of, obviously, Aegon's conquest.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So, yeah. Well, I definitely think it's definitely going to be, obviously, we've got the Night of Seven Kingdoms, which is set after... House of the Dragon, so I definitely think that once these 4 seasons are up with House of the Dragon, they'll probably be like they'll probably have another show in the works, another spin-off. Yeah, set either before or after.
Look, I 100% agree with you on that, and we will get another one. Look, we're gonna have 2 running at the same time. It looks like they're gonna go year for year with it, with House of the Dragon, then Night of the Seven Kingdoms, House of the Dragon, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and Night of the Seven Kingdoms is in itself a Targaryen story as well, so they kind of want to stick in this Targaryen area by the seams of it. But yeah. Anyway, Kyle, shall we move on to our next topic?
Yeah.
No, let's not. Let's just stay here for a bit and look into each other's eyes.
Uh-huh.
Right, no. Deadpool and Wolverine. It's had its second weekend at the box office. I am just getting up Box Office Mojo right now. I did just have it and then I just fucking lost it. I believe it has made worldwide this weekend another $211 million. And that's bringing its worldwide total up to $824 million.
It's getting $1 billion.
It's getting $1 billion. It is, it's less than $200 million away now. I think it will clear it. It's got a domestic, so this is a US domestic of $395 million and an international of $428 million. It is so close. It's projected to get $650 million domestic at the end of its theatrical run. So, that's insane. Look, this, obviously the biggest opening ever for an R-rated comic book movie. An R-rated movie, nevertheless. We will see if it will be the highest rated R-rated movie. I believe that is Joker. Joker cracked $1 billion. So yeah, look. Are you surprised? We said it would be good if it had a 50, about a 50% drop in its second weekend. That seems to be what it's had worldwide. Do you think it's word of mouth? Do you think people are going back to see it again? What do you think
I think it's everything, all of the above. Word of mouth. This movie, you're hearing about all these great cameos. People are seeing clips of it online, like, I want to go see this film. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fun superhero movie from Marvel. We haven't had one of them in a fucking long time.
In a hot minute.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it's Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Like, who doesn't want to see these two on screen together? Do you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So my hair's very fucky today.
That's all right, mate. And look, I think we would go for all-time rankings. Like, this was the 6th highest opening weekend of all time. Not just R-rated, the 6th highest opening weekend of all time.
Yeah, I bet Disney are going to be rethinking how they run the MCU now.
Well, no, I think they will still keep it PG.
No, they will.
But we know they've opened up in other areas for Blade, because we know Blade's going to be R-rated. Daredevil Born Again, TVMA. So there's a few
real confidence boost.
Definitely a real confidence boost. And I think one thing we do need to be looking at still, though, is we are not saying that this box office success is going to save the MCU and Captain America Brave New World is going to make $1 billion as well. Because I don't think Brave New World will make $1 billion unless it's amazing and then it has really, really good word of mouth. Then maybe. But I don't see it. But I still believe that the success of this will help Brave New World, and Brave New World has got a big stick to carry after this. It's like, right, I need to take this baton and I need to run with it as well. I need to make sure that I can pass it to Thunderbolts, and then that can go, all right, let's get this ball rolling. And then by the time we get to Fantastic Four, maybe we are seeing another $1 billion.
I feel like the baton is very different, though, at the same time.
Yes, it is.
Because this doesn't give me confidence that things are fixed and things are better now. Like, this film was going to be great.
Yeah, this was going to be great no matter what.
Behind.
We say this all the time. Like, this film was near enough done before Marvel came in and started making changes to how they do things. And it's like, no, we're redoing Brave New World. We're redoing Daredevil Born Again. Deadpool and Wolverine. We're not touching that. That is pretty fucking good. We're not touching it. So, yeah. But, you know, I think you'll admit as well, though, like, it'll help a little bit, but not too much.
It'll help a little bit, but not as much as we would like, unfortunately. We'll have to wait until Brave New World.
Well, it depends. How much we like depends on how good the film is when it comes out. If it's deserving.
No, I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine hasn't helped Brave New World that much, I mean.
No, but...
You won't know until that's out.
Again, what do you think the odds are that Marvel makes just as much this year as it did last year, but with one film?
I'd say it's very possible.
How much are we looking at then? Do you want to do a quick search for me? I'm pretty sure Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I think that made about $830 million. Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania made about 450, and I believe the Marvels only just cracked 200. So, yeah.
I'm having a look here. Obviously, I'm going to look for one where it's not. There's one of those. That's bad. I'm just sorry. Just a side note: Disney lost 1.4 billion.
Yeah.
In 2023. So, I venture to say, yes. You know, it's just people have had a bit of somewhat of a break. Obviously, that's very clear from the box office. Not a lot of people have went to the cinemas.
Yeah, in general,
last year,
like I say, it wasn't just Marvel. It was all round box office last year.
But you look at it now, and it's like Inside Out is like fucking. You know, Inside Out 2 has done stupidly well.
1.5.
It's like where the fuck did? So where the fuck did that come from? You know what I mean? Like Pixar films haven't been doing great as of late, and then this just kind of. I mean, it's the same with Marvel though. You know, Marvel weren't doing that great, and look at this. It's a fucking R-rated film of all films as well. It's just gone over.
I think they can get. I think they can get close with this to how much Marvel made last year.
Probably.
I'd assume. Let's say they made 1.5 billion last year with Marvel films. Obviously not profit, but what they made at the box office. Let's see. Where do you think Deadpool and Wolverine's ending? I think it's going to end at about 1.2, nearly 1.3 billion.
I'll say
worldwide.
1.1.
1.1. All right, that's a good solid guess, and that's a great result for him if it does hit that. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But it just goes to show as well that comic book movie fatigue wasn't a thing. It is. We've said it for a long time. It's quality fatigue, and it's not fucking this. Pushing agenda and fucking thingy, whatever it is, fatigue. Because no spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, but he does it best. He makes fun of people like that, and he will make fun of the other side of the argument as well. You know, oh, don't do that. You're gonna upset the woke mob. Obviously, taking the piss out of all these other people who are like woke this, woke that. Yeah,
let's not get into that again because we go over that too many times now.
We do. Before we do get to our next topic, though, I do want to say spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine.
You've kind of done it now.
But shit, yeah.
Fuck it. Literally, I think Ryan Reynolds actually put something up on his Instagram already.
Well, this is what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine. We're warning you. We don't usually give a warning. We usually start talking about it and then go, oh yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers.
So yeah, spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine. So if you're still watching, you're probably not. Get out of here. But if you're still here, Ryan Reynolds, I believe this is on X, Twitter, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He's come out and he said, there is no Fox Marvel Universe or MCU without Blade first creating a market. He's Marvel Daddy. Please retweet for a Logan-like send-off. So, Ryan Reynolds is calling for a Blade 4 in like a Logan-ish style, you know, Old Man Blade or something like that. I'll ask you one question first, Kyle. Do you think there's any chance we get this?
I don't know. I think there's like a chance maybe Blade shows up in the Blade film because, you know, we don't know what's happening with the story in that. It could be like a multiversal team up or something. We don't know. We don't know the story of it because Blade's been in such a massive development hell where it's like they don't even have a plot or anything on the ground yet to go off of.
I tell you this right now. I think there is a higher chance that this gets made than Mahershala's film gets made, which is weird because Marvel has just moved the slate around and Blade's still set for November next year. So they're still hopeful.
I don't know. I don't think we're getting Blade 4 though. I don't think that is on the cards. But I like to think that Blade, obviously Snipes' Blade coming back is more of a possibility. I
think if someone comes with a solid script for this, I think it happens.
I don't.
I think it does.
I don't. Because that's too much in the realm of like you're taking the focus away from the Blade here now. You know, Blade's not one of those characters where it's like you can have two of them up on screen.
I completely agree with you, but guess what? We don't have a Blade to focus on.
Yeah, but I don't see them doing that though.
I think
I really don't.
I think if we lose a director again for Blade and it gets delayed again, I think this is more of a reality.
No.
You don't think?
No.
Really?
Really.
I even see Ryan Reynolds' production company getting involved in this.
Look, I'll say this, like, you know when Spider-Man was having trouble with after Far From Home and that whole shebang? Obviously, the rights seem to be just going back to Sony. For me, that sprung like a similar idea in my head. But realistically, when I think about it, it's like that's not going to happen. That's like saying we're going to get No Way Home No Way Home doesn't exist. Far From Home happened. Sony had a disagreement with Disney, and that played out in the worst way possible. Thank God it didn't. And then it goes back to Sony, and Sony are like, hey, we can't use Tom Holland Spider-Man really now, so we'll just use Andrew or Toby, and they get a sequel to their films. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I like the idea, but possibility-wise, I don't think it's going to happen because this has already thrown a massive spanner in the works for them, and to fit it in, I don't see it happening.
It could come after Secret Wars. It could come,
I would like it to happen.
Low budget. Maybe like a budget similar to like the first Deadpool. And just,
I'll say this, there's a better chance of Blade. If they do that, then this Blade has to be the main Blade. And he has to be then a part of the MCU. Because right now, Marvel wants to try connect things.
Yeah.
Right, rather than like what they've been doing, they've loosely had a couple things here and there, like Abomination showing up in Shang-Chi, for no real reason. There was no...
Turn them fucking reactions off, you cunt.
No.
Yes, right. Oi.
Yeah, I don't see it happening unless it's Mahershala Ali is backed away, Snipes is like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do another Blade film, but it'll have to be in the MCU then. But then you've got the issues of like, obviously, how is it going to fit into the MCU?
Look, I would love nothing more than to see Wesley Snipes' Blade protecting a clone of himself, running through the woods, and then he gets impaled by another clone of himself on a tree and dies, but it's a stake because he's a vampire. And then he gets buried.
Yep.
And then 7 years later, Deadpool digs him up and kills the TVA with his body, and he throws his...
Right, okay, yeah. So...
We already said spoilers with Deadpool and Wolverine, so it's...
I know, I don't think it's going to happen, though. I really don't.
But I want it to.
If Mahershala Ali and this Blade film that they've been working on for so many years doesn't happen, then I say it's in the realm of possibilities, but they've got so many hoops to jump through.
Look at how Ryan says it. He says a Logan-like send-off. A one and done.
Still don't see it happening.
But then again, though, I say a Logan-like send-off, one and done. Look who fucking came back. Yeah.
Yep.
I like how we've done all this. Like you said, spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, but we haven't once mentioned that Blade is in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. Like I say, I don't think it's going to happen. I think you've got a higher chance of getting Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy 3 than this.
Oh, fuck, buddy. All right.
Yeah.
What if Guillermo del Toro came back to direct this final Blade film? Because he did too.
It doesn't matter. It's still there's so much in the way of it.
I know.
Marvel don't have the resources currently to focus on this. They have to fix what they've done.
Jesus made it happen.
And Marvel Jesus gave us a really nice send-off for Blade, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, fuck that. We're seeing him in Secret Wars. I don't give a fuck. We are seeing
Legacy. Yeah.
I thought he was retired.
Yeah.
Go on. You say the other line, and I'll.
I'm not saying that because we'll get cancelled. So, yeah, the possibility of him showing up though, Wesley Snipes' Blade showing up as Blade in Secret Wars, I see that as a nice possibility. Maybe he'll have maybe one line that will truly be sort of a cameo, but he'll be in there in the big fight and whatever happens.
Back to back. With Blade.
That'll be pretty cool.
If we ever get Blade.
I don't see us getting a Blade. A fourth movie, if you will, or even a movie like Logan. I will love it. I'm not disagreeing with you there. But it's not happening.
My phone's fucked. I need a new one.
Yeah, I know you can't turn your phone up and down.
So, I've just had to search something because my Blade knowledge isn't that great. But, we got the Wolverine, and then we got Logan. We got these Blade films. We could just have one called Eric.
I had a feeling that you'd yeah.
You telling me you don't want to see Eric?
I would love to see the Eric film, but I don't think it's happening.
That's a shame because I would love to see Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it could go by Cross, middle name, or Brooks.
I like Cross more. Makes a bit more sense.
His legal, his birth name is Eric Cross Brooks. His legal name is Frank Blade, so it could just be Frank.
It's even worse.
Yeah, just in
it's Frank.
The Logan style trailer and everything with a dun 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 dun, and it just pops up Frank.
Yeah.
Right, let's get on to the last topic. House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 8, the final episode of this season. And I'm going to come out and say it. Overall, I'm a little bit disappointed this season. I haven't lost my interest in the show yet. I'm very excited for Season 3. But this felt like a giant trailer for Season 3. And it was like, And right at the end, I was like, oh, come on, we're getting something. I was like, I'll just check how much longer the episode's got. And I was like, motherfucker, there's 3 minutes left.
I got to that point where I was like, because the music was ramping up, and I thought, okay, for the first couple of cuts where they show certain characters building up to something, I was like, okay, we're going somewhere. But I feel like I've watched this show for like an hour now. So are we definitely getting something here? And then it just cuts to the next person, and then to the next person. I'm like, okay, no, this is how the episode's going to end. And I was just like, you motherfuckers.
You motherfuckers. So, I want to say to you right now what I said to you after episode 4 happened, and we got a couple of episodes. I think it was episode 6. I was like, we was told we was getting 8 episodes because they spent a lot of money on the dragons and the CGI, and we was okay with that one before the season came out. We was like, yeah, no, do that. Now I am here asking, where the fuck did that money go?
In all fairness, the dragons did look great. I mean, you compare it to a lot of CGI these days, it's quite dog shit, but the dragons did look good.
I don't necessarily think this was a bad season as well. Just disappointing. I wanted more.
It was a weaker season, yeah.
I wanted more. Like, the writing in the episodes is good. The characters are good. The battle,
it felt
good.
It felt filler.
Yes. It just felt like we should be somewhere more.
Yeah. I'm so fucking happy that the Harrenhal and Daemon stuff has concluded, because fuck me, if I had to sit in
when he walked out of that fucking castle, I was like, thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Like we said last time. Woohoo! Daemon
spoiler alert.
Daemon having that vision.
I should get like a little emote for that, where it's like spoilers.
That'd be pretty cool. You just go.
Yeah, this season was. Yeah.
I feel like that's a bit unfair. Have you not got
a? Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, it's not, and it's nowhere near like, say. It's not like, it's fine. It's a passable season, but it is nowhere near season 8 of Game of Thrones. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely the weaker out of the 2 seasons we have of House of the Dragon.
And look, we got some fucking great episodes this season.
We got a couple.
That's what I'm saying. We got some great episodes.
Yeah, like not many though.
Well, yeah, but out of 8 episodes, Kyle, some great episodes is... I'd say episode 1.
3.
So nearly 50%.
It should be more than that though.
No, it definitely should be. But look, I feel like episode 1 was great. Episode 2 was okay, alright. What's happening next? 4 was amazing. I really enjoyed last week's episode, and I thought, that's right, we're there now, and this finale is gonna be epic, and this episode kind of diminishes last week's episode a bit.
Yeah, I think it's still a strong episode because stuff actually fucking happens. Yeah. But, like I said, this could have been chopped down into even shorter season.
Oh, they could have put a little bit
in there that
a bit more money in it and actually give us something at the end. Like, look, we have got it looks like 2 conflicts coming up there. We've got the conflict at Harrenhal coming, by the looks of it, and we've got a conflict at sea coming. They could have given us one of them to end the season with, and then save one for next season.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, let's not all be doom and gloom. You got any favourite parts of this episode?
It was when Daemon just fucking left Harrenhal. I mean, it was cool to see sort of like the callback, but not the callback. The
Call
vision
forward.
looking forward. Yeah, that was cool to
I
see.
did
But
like
again,
Damon's vision. That
yeah,
White Walker were clapped as fuck, like, but yeah. And Helena speaking to him, that's interesting. I'm not going to go too much into what Helena says, because she says something that excites me. I was like, all right. I tell you what, Rhaenyra and Damon's meeting back up, I quite enjoyed that. I missed their dynamic a bit this season, you know, because they had that great scene together in episode 2. The argument, which from an acting point of view was fantastic. But yeah, nice seeing them get back together. Laris is actually convinced Aegon to leave.
mm-hmm.
Aemon's trying to get Helena to get Dreamfire out and fight, which
I like the interaction with the sea snake
and Alan
and and Alan.
and
Yes,
Alan, not Frank.
that was that. Yeah, that was a pretty heavy scene coming from that. It had such a long, slow build up that it kind of was exhausting to get through
Yeah,
for the payoff. Like a lot of stuff in this season.
but I hope they learn some lessons this season, because we already know they're renewed for a third, and I hope they learn some lessons and go, right, let's fucking go for it. And it looks like they have been put in a position where it is, let's fucking go for it. But I feel like at the end of season 1, it was like, oh, we're off to war. And now at the end of season 2, it's like, oh, we're off to war?
Yeah, it just feels like Rhaenyra's constantly saying, "Oh, I should go to war, but I shouldn't because people die. Oh, I shouldn't do this because people die.
Well,
It'll be
look,
bad for the realm."
The show
It would
needs...
just, man, fucking stop.
The show needs someone for you to follow and to be like a moral North Star. But
and I get the morals,
but
I'm just being told over and over again.
And like I say, none of this was, in the book. It's more of like a, well, we people are following Rhaenyra. We can't really have a do with that. So let's make her out to be good. But really, it were more bad on both sides. Both doing despicable shit. So yeah, but how would you rate this season overall?
A 6.5.
I'm going with a 6.9.
So 7.
No.
You might as well round it up to 7. If
Well,
it's 6.9.
Why should I round it up to 7?
I don't know. I just feel like halfway through, like
It's not
a
quite.
point is
It's
more
not
significant.
quite. It's not quite a 7.
Yeah. So you rate 6.9, me 6.5.
Well, why don't you just do it?
Not that strong.
Why don't you just give it a 7?
I'll give it a 6 then.
Well, I'm gonna give it a fucking 5.
I'll give it a fucking -5.
Well, fuck. But yeah, no, 6.9 from me. We do you know what we need? We need whiteboards that we can write our scores on and then go like that, like we're judges at Dancing on Ice or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you were fucking thrilled by that, mate. I can tell.
To be fair, that would actually be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway.
Whiteboards, that's what we'll get next.
Yeah. Big investment on the channel.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. No more microphones, lighting, green screens, MacBooks, tablets. No more of that stuff. Whiteboards.
Nah. Yep. That's all we need. It's a camera, a good camera, and a good old whiteboard. Watch us now, Callum. We'll fucking do it right. And then we'll accidentally one of us will use a permanent marker. And then it'll be like, what would you rate this episode? 6.5. What do you rate this movie? 6.5.
6.5 on the whiteboard. Yep. That's it. As soon as that whiteboard gets raised the first time, we're hitting 1 million subs, I swear to God.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Right. Anything you want to add, Kyle, before we go?
No.
Nothing?
Watch For All Mankind. I'm currently going through it. It's fucking
It
amazing.
may you look like you're currently going through it.
I am going through it.
I would say, guys, go out and watch Deadpool and Wolverine if you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't want to say that because I feel like everyone has seen it now.
Like your mum's tits. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This has been another episode of the Movie News Show. Let us know down below what your favourite topic was. And we will see you in the next episode. Bye.